Morning, Christine Regan Lake here. Hope all is well. I wanted to speak to you today about schemas. Today's schema that we're going to discuss is the approval seeking or recognition seeking. So, as I've said before, a schema is basically just a core belief or kind of global metaphor that someone holds that is the guiding, kind of a guiding force in their life. They see all of the world through that lens, and it directly impacts their day-to-day behaviors, their thoughts, their beliefs, their actions, and their interactions with other people. Schemas are incredibly important and have a direct effect on the quality of one's life. So the approval-seeking and recognition-seeking schema, what is that? So that is when, as a child, it became very clear to you that you had to kind of hustle for your worthiness. So your entire worth was based around, getting attention, recognition, approval seeking, just constantly being encouraged and reinforced that you're valuable, you're worthy, you're important, and things like that. So what is the greatest challenge for people that have approval seeking or recognition seeking as a schema? Well, essentially, you are a slave to everyone else because your entire self-worth comes from third-party validation, which means it's almost, think of it as being like emotionally like a crack addict, where you constantly need a new supply of appreciation, approval, and recognition to make you feel whole. Generally speaking, people with this schema have a feeling of like emptiness and loneliness inside that, and so in terms of going out and trying to get awards, trying to get attention, trying to get compliments, things like that, that individual is seeking to fill the hole inside of them with third-party recognition, third-party appreciation, things like that. And obviously, that is a codependent situation. You have to be able to fill up your own cup. You need to be able to have your own belief in your self-worth, regardless of what any third-party person, institution, organization, society feels about you. And you really leave yourself incredibly vulnerable to, depression, because no third-party validation can ever fill the void of a lack of self-love. So, you can go out and you're kind of tapping as fast as you can, you're running as fast as you can, you're doing everything as fast as you can, you're working as hard as you can at work to get, acknowledgement, to get accolades, to get awards, to get bonuses, to whatever, or, you're bending over backwards, sacrificing your own needs to serve your family and everything so that you will get like this kind of gush of love and appreciation and gratitude for all that you're doing, but you're really sacrificing yourself on the altar of of just like self-sacrifice and martyrdom, and you're doing it for it's you're trading for it, right? So you're doing this not out of like the goodness of your heart and your love that you want to do it. You're doing it out of like trade. You're trading your time and your energy and your effort for praise, recognition, and rewards. And it's at a certain point you're going to burn out. Because it's never enough. And then what ends up happening is when people don't give you enough, just go back to like the crack addict situation, right? So it's like you need more and more and more. And when you don't get it, like, so if you're extending all of this effort and all of this energy and you're not getting what in your opinion is enough of a hit, well, now you get angry and rageful and resentful because here you're putting all this stuff out, you're sacrificing yourself, you're being this, a martyr, because you're trying to, you're trying to get your hit, your fix of like praise and recognition and, like being fawned over and that kind of thing. And if people aren't giving you enough, if in your opinion you have given more than they have appreciated you and fawned over you and acknowledged you and whatever else, well, now you're pissed, right? Because you didn't actually do it out of a place of love and caring and generosity, and you just wanted to do something for it. When you're coming from this place of, approval seeking and recognition seeking, it's currency, right? It's all currency. And if you feel that you've given more than you're getting back in terms of people fawning over you and telling you how wonderful you are and how grateful they are for you and what a savior you are for them, and blah 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 blah, well, now you get kind of pissed because the whole thing is coming from a place of ego. You're doing this to feed your ego. You're not doing it from a place of overflowing, giving, abundance. You're doing it from a place of lack and emptiness and void. And if the people that are giving back to you don't fill the void, you're pissed and you're upset, and now you're angry and you're resentful because you've been giving from a place of lack. When you give organically from a place of abundance, it's genuine, it's authentic, it's unconditional. You're not looking for anything back. You're just giving because you have an overabundance inside of you that you have the ability to give to others. You're not giving to get back. So approval seeking and recognition seeking, is very harmful. It will never fulfill you. Again, no amount of third-party recognition or love can ever fill the void of a lack of self-love. And it's at some point it's going to come back and bite you in the butt. You're going to get angry and rageful and resentful, and it's just not going to serve you. There are no shortcuts in life. There are no shortcuts. You have to do your work. And when you are living from a place of lack consciousness, when you're living from a place of a lack of self-love, the patterns and the habits that you embrace are coping mechanisms that don't work long term. They may get you through in the moment and they'll give you that quick fix, but long term, you're still empty because you haven't healed, you haven't done the work, and you haven't really gone to the core issue. It's just a quick fix. And quick fixes never last. So you're constantly having to refill your cup and refill your cup and refill your cup, but you're trying to refill it with other people's energy, other people's acknowledgement, and it's flat and it's short-lived, and it's just a recipe for disaster, and it's never going to get you where you want to go. It's never going to ultimately give you the peace and the serenity and the self-love that you're looking for. Self-love can only be created from within, and it can only be created from healing your wounds, forgiving yourself for your mistakes, forgiving the people in your environment who were doing the best that they could at that time, but failed to meet your needs in the moment, whatever that was. So if you feel that you struggle with, approval seeking and recognition seeking, I highly encourage you to try to go to the roots of those wounds and go back to your childhood, heal and release those wounds so that you can set yourself free, and day by day learn to fill your own cup, learn to emotionally nourish and fortify yourself, and know that you are worthy, and you're worthy of love and abundance and joy and health and happiness, and it's not anybody else's responsibility to give it to you. Nobody can fill your cup but you. So I hope you found value in that. Have a beautiful day, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Thanks. Bye.